Temitope, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a rough one for the week, for the market this week. It's been broadly lower. We've had a couple of earnings. We had Nigerian breweries out today. Numbers weren't too encouraging. I suppose we're already expecting that. You know, I mean, just thinking about what the brewery companies have had to contend with coming from 2019. But what are your thoughts on how the market has performed, this week?
So far this week, we've seen mixed results, and you notice that even the day we had a positive a gain in the market sentiment was still negative because, I mean, the distance was negative. But then, if you look at, it's basically driven by earnings, so to speak. So a couple of companies have released their result earlier than expected, and then we've seen investors react both positively and negatively to the earnings result.
Okay, but I know we're still expecting some more numbers to come into the market. How are we? Should we look forward to some specific position in this new week, especially if we do see those key Tier 1 numbers releasing in the new week?
Yes, I believe going into the new week, the release of result by Tier 1 will be a major game changer for the market this week. The likes of Zenith, you've seen over the week, we've seen that Zenith actually be one of the most traded over the week as well. People taking position ahead of the result. And then so Zenith, GT and the like. So if the release result this week, we expect that is going to affect market direction, either positively or negatively.
But I'm thinking beyond that, because I was speaking to a market watcher, I think it was yesterday, and we're talking about the catalyst that this market needs. The results are going to come and they will go.
Yes,
and of course, we'll be in search of another catalyst. So, and I asked him, will the market be looking towards the economy for some good news somewhere, you know, to show whether or not the economy is growing, if there's some, you know, positive cues here and there? Is that what do you think the market will be looking to?
Not necessarily compared to last year, where we saw that markets was basically driven by sentiment. I believe this year is going to be quite different because I believe fundamentals will definitely drive the market this year relative to last year. So we believe that investors might take positions with some of the stocks that have strong fundamentals. So for example, if you look at some of the stocks, they have very high dividend yield relative to the yield offered in the money markets currently. So and investors might want to take, I mean, we've noticed that investors react strongly to dividends in this market.
And what we're also hearing, and two analysts have confirmed that to me, is that we're seeing more speculators at the market now. Those investors who are playing at the fixed income market, who are obviously looking for where else to invest now. And of course, they're trying to get the type of yields they get from, like, say, the 1 year treasury bills. They come in when the stock goes up to somewhere around 10%, yes. Then they exit the market. And it appears that that's the cycle we're seeing. Are you factoring that into your analysis of the market now?
Yes, definitely. Even if you look at the trend of market performance over the years, 1 year, 5 years, you'll notice that on average, the market is quite very volatile. And then you notice that you make more money when you actually do that in the market than when you do a buy and hold strategy.
But I'm just wondering, doesn't that distort the market? Doesn't that distort? I mean, when at the beginning of the year, we did have some forecasts in terms of the direction of the market this year, but now this appears to be some kind of a new factor that we're having to play.
Not necessarily. So it depends on your motive in the market, so to speak. So if you're a long-term investor, so you might want to do a buy and hold. So for example, if I take a GT or a Zenith over the last 5 years, considering their dividend yields, I've actually not made a loss on my investment. But if I take, if I'm a short-term investor, I might actually want to trade more actively than I should.
So it serves both sides?
Yes, it does.
What is your forecast for trading in the new week, and what stocks you like right now?
Going into the new week, like I mentioned earlier, we believe that release of Tier 1 banks results would definitely drive the market both positively or either positively or negatively. And going into the new week, we believe that people might want to take positions as well, because I mean most of these companies have released their results, so it sort of settles the market, so to speak. So I mean that is out of the way, and is out of the way. So you might want to take positions with stocks with strong fundamentals.
Okay, Temitope, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Pleasure having you on the show. Temitope Jolaoso, analyst at Financial Derivatives.